Hello, beautiful people of the internet. Welcome back. Take 2 of our FPP Live with Deva Mahal. I'm so excited. I'm just tagging Deva's handle so y'all can find her after the show. Because this is a show, y'all. So we are the Future Perfect Project. We provide free workshops due to a very, very, very generous grant, basically allowing us to have workshops with LGBTQIA plus youth and allies on all sorts of stuff. Songwriting, regular writing, art, photography, puppetry. We have it all. And we are running this series to promote our amazing new workshop that's starting this Wednesday with me, Emma Jane, and my coworker and very good friend, Ryan Amador. That's called Queer Song Exploder. And we're basically going to take 6 weeks to learn the basics of songwriting in all different genres. It's going to be super great, and we're even going to connect you with not only queer musicians, but queer producers, which is amazing. So you'll be able to build a network of queer music experts, and you can sign up for that with the link in our bio. Spots are limited, so go and sign up. But first, let's chat with Deva Mahal. You can always talk to us about all of our programming in our DMs, but we don't always get a Deva moment. So hang tight. And let's see. Hang tight, y'all. Someone Google if Mercury's in retrograde for me. Here we go. Deva's an amazing R&B artist.
Seriously, Mercury is
And
so
there
in
she is.
retrograde right now. Oh my god.
Hello.
Holy
Thank you so much for
shit.
joining.
I'm
How
so
are
sorry.
you? The power went out where you are?
Oh, it fully went out, and then I had to reset the router and the internet and everything. So
Like,
oh my god, it was
thank you,
complete
universe,
chaos.
so
I'm
much.
so sorry.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
no,
so
you are
sorry.
so worth waiting for. I'm very starstruck that I'm being cool because I'm here for work. It's my job. It's so nice to meet you.
You too. You too.
Um,
So fun.
how we kind of start out each of our workshops that we do and also all of our lives is we say our name, our pronouns, how we're feeling, and where we are in a sentence. So, like,
Okay.
I'm Emma, and she's feeling groovy in Manhattan, New York. So if you want to go next.
Well, I'm Deva, and I'm feeling relieved, and I'm in Wellington, New Zealand.
Wow, what time is it there?
It's 11:30. 11:30.
Okay, not as bad as I thought. And what pronouns do you use, Deva, if you want to share?
Oh, she, her. Yes.
Awesome. So, how do you, well, the reason I found out about you is through dating around, and now I've been listening to your music nonstop.
Oh,
Um,
good.
so it was just like, all my friends and I talk about is how we're so starved for queer representation. And so seeing your episode, I was like, finally. So how do you sort of identify, if you do, under the LGBTQIA plus umbrella?
So, I've thought a lot about this because I've had a lot of people asking me about it, and to be honest, I've never like thought of any kind of label. I never considered myself to fit in any label. So I I guess you would say that I'm fluid. I think was what we would say.
Fluid.
Because
Nice.
I feel weird. I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel really weird putting a label on myself because I don't know. I don't know what I don't know who. It depends on who I meet. Like if I love somebody, I don't want to be like, oh, well, I'm this, so I can't like love you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I
Totally.
kind of love the person before I think about their sex or their gender. And I think that that's how
Totally.
I want to live my life personally. Yeah.
That's amazing. We had one of our students, one of our members say that they identify as I don't know, which I love.
I love that.
Um,
Um,
right?
I, you
It
know,
just like is a
it's very
catch-all.
interesting. Well, for me, it's kind of like, how do I know what how do I know how to say that if I haven't been open to every kind of situation that should arise? You know, I feel like I approach my life that way. Like, it's like so important to just figure out what you don't like instead of just be like, I'm this, and I'm sticking to it because I feel
Totally.
like I would be lying, I think, a lot.
Yes, yes. It's like I'm not supposed to like that if I'm this certain label. It's not how
Yeah,
it
yeah,
works.
yeah. I don't like that. I don't like those limitations. I don't like to make myself small. I've done enough of that. You know what I mean? I've done enough of like living a really small life and not being entirely me, and I'm just not doing it anymore. So yeah, that's
Right.
how I feel.
I know for most people it's not a coming out moment, but can you remember kind of a shift in your life where you decided like I'm not being small anymore?
Um, okay, well, I think they were kind of like peaks and valleys. You know what I mean? Like there'd be
Mm-hmm.
moments where you were like, yes, I'm totally good with being me, and no one's gonna make me feel small ever again. And then you would kind of regress a little bit based on like whatever was going on in your life. And I guess like as I got older, and probably after I moved to New York, and just really realized I kind of fell in love with the anonymity of living in New York and realized that like, whoa, like nobody cares. I could literally just do whatever ever I want, and nobody would give, that would be like zero bucks, because
Yes.
everybody's doing their own thing. So it was like, I realized it was kind of like a hugely narcissistic thing on the other side to be like, oh, everybody's worried about me and looking at me and da 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 da, and I can't be myself. And then I was like, that's so lame. And so I just
Yeah.
started, I don't know, I just started like shining a little bit brighter, and then a little bit brighter, and then finally it was really loud. And sorry.
Oh my God, you're blowing
Yeah, finally it
up.
was just like, yeah, yeah, literally the phone was like, and I'm blowing up. No, I just, I don't know, I just stopped being small. And it's still kind of like it's kind of a struggle, like all the time, like yesterday, for instance, I was feeling really like challenged and super sad, and feeling the weight of everything that I'm going through right now. And I had to like sit and meditate and be like, just breathe, everything moves forward, like just keep doing you, just keep like persevering and pushing through whatever is challenging you. And that was like a small victory. So I guess in a way that's kind of like also not allowing yourself to be small, but it definitely is a journey. It's like
Totally.
not, yeah, it's not a like
Totally.
fixed thing,
Perfect sense to
I
me. I
guess.
saw your whole Instagram story was like beauty, beauty, beauty. And I was like, yes, we need more of that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, just
I was really
putting it
like,
out like beauty, yes. So do you
yeah.
think like
Well, I was just really feeling like
we're
all sorts of way. I
artists?
was like feeling kind of trapped in well, I don't know if you feel like this, but sometimes I feel like when I'm feeling super vulnerable, I feel really trapped inside my own body. And yesterday I was really feeling that way. And I was like, no, no, I'm not going down this hole. I'm just going to be like appreciating all the things that are beautiful in every single different form, and like say it out loud and express it and like put it out into the world, so that I'm not like just, so the negative voice in your head that kind of takes over sometimes couldn't win. And so I was like, you know, middle fingers up to
No, I have to
the
tell her
negative
like,
inner voice.
thank you, bye. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for helping. Not
exactly.
now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I heard you. You're heard, but now your turn's over. You need to go.
Or turn the volume down a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
Does
yeah, yeah,
that
exactly.
voice? So I'm a musician too. I'm glad we both have voices in our head. Sometimes I need to write songs from that voice, or like kind of responding
Yeah.
to that voice. Like, are you in conversation with that voice when you make music?
Yes, always. I mean, even if I could get it to be on mute a little bit, it's always kind of talking to me. It's always kind of trying to like control the things that I'm doing, or telling, it's that sometimes it's the voice of caution, but sometimes it's the voice of like negativity and self-doubt, and I think it's important to be cautious about things, but to live in a space of like constant self-doubt and constant fear is so like destructive to creativity, so
Mm-hmm.
it's important to kind of like find that balance between that. But yeah, that bitch is always talking to me. And she's always trying to like
Mine too.
say her piece. She's always trying to say her piece, but it's not always time. So
Right. She means well. She means well for sure. So you kind of are talking about this like expanding and stopping being small. Was
yeah,
your kind of arrival as a musician similar, like peaks and valleys, or did you have like more of an aha
yes,
moment, like, oh, music is
no,
my thing?
no.
Okay.
It's been a part of me for as far back as I can remember, and it was definitely a lot of peaks and valleys. Because people don't always, especially in the music industry, but especially in the entertainment industry and in life in general, people kind of don't, I guess they don't really make the time for people that are different, because they're kind of thinking of ways, the best ways to commodify your art, and so then they think that like being different means that it's not like commercial enough or accessible enough or this or
Mm-hmm.
that. And I've been told many times. I actually remember the first time I went into a record label and I sat with the A&R person, and they told me that I needed to go to the gym and that I needed to work on my style. And I
Fuck
was like, I
that.
walked out of that, and it was a big label. And I walked out of that label and I was like, at first I was like, okay, yeah, I've got to really take this seriously. And then I was like, wait, what? Did that just happen to me? Like
Right.
I shared it with a friend and they were like, I can't believe they said that to you. And I was like, yeah, that's the kind of industry that you're dealing with. It's like people have a very limited idea of what sexuality, what people find like enticing, or what people are attracted to, or what
Sure.
people find
Sure.
like exciting. They have this like, the threshold is like this that they tell people,
Mm-hmm.
but really it's like massive. There's so many people in this world, and being that are interested and engaged and are looking for something that's different and not just like some cookie cutter image. I mean, case in point, like look at how successful Lizzo has been. And that journey didn't happen for her overnight. She's been doing this for like
Right.
forever. But, she just like decided I was just going to be unapologetically myself. And that, like, the result of that just kind of proves to the whole world, it's like no one is really that small in their mind. They're told to be small. Just like children aren't taught, children aren't born innately like prejudiced or racist. They're taught to be that way. So it's like like changing the narrative and being like, you know what? That's good for you. And I don't want to hate on you, but like that's not the only thing that people want to see. And that's not the only
Yeah.
thing that people want to hear. You know what I mean? So yeah,
I
that's what I think.
definitely know what you mean. And someone commented, like, do you think they'd say that to a man, though? And, like, women and femmes' bodies are definitely always, under an even bigger magnifying glass. And I think the body
Yeah.
positivity and
Yeah.
body acceptance movement, like, is good for all genders. All genders.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
I think that the way that presents in the like a particular male, particularly cis male perspective, it presents itself differently, and I think they have different challenges that we don't see. I still think that women and trans women and non-binary people have like a far more difficult experience, just
yeah.
because of where we are in terms of our culture and how we're like you know, shame culture and like not accepting what is different, and how we have a real strong tendency to other people when it doesn't fit
Yeah.
into the parameters of what the, as you know, acceptable.
Mm.
But I do think that men, you know, I'm not a man, so I don't know all of their struggles, but I, you know, I have a lot of male friends, or like I have a lot of gay male friends. I have a lot of cis male friends. I have a lot of non-binary friends. And, you know, that journey is different. And I'm sure they have their own struggles. But for me personally, as a woman and as a Black woman and as a full body, like full figured Black woman and a creative, it's definitely super challenging. And if I were to just like stare at the other side, it would seem to me that it was a very different experience. So to answer that question, I don't think that men would have the same amount of pressure as women, but I do think that men actually do have pressure about their like quite a lot of pressure about their presence and their bodies, and how they are kind of sexually commodified in that way, you know, where it's like you have to like have, you know, pecs and like muscles and a flat
Mm-hmm.
stomach, and you have to like dress a certain way and say the right things and stuff like that. And so they have different social pressures, but honestly, yeah, that's what I think. So I think
It's all garbage. It's all
yeah,
garbage.
it's all
And
trash. It
oh,
is. It's all trash. It's all
it's
taught.
all
Like
trash.
it is, right?
So
Okay. I'm
someone,
glad. That's how I feel. Like I feel like we're all taught all of this garbage, this trash garbage that isn't
mm-hmm.
real, you know? And
And
it's like
then
really just, no, you go ahead.
someone follows you, and like I was just on your feed. I was kind of having a low day, and then you posted this picture of like just some rolls and beautiful next to it, and I was like, thank you. I need, because when you
Yeah.
can't get
Yeah.
there yourself, it's so nice to see someone else put those together for you,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
I
so
follow a
important.
lot
You know,
of like, I follow a lot of people who are really at the forefront of that. And every time I'm feeling kind of like shit about myself, or really, yeah, basically when I'm feeling like shitty about myself, or I'm feeling like the pressures of the world are kind of like breaking through my psyche, I go to them, and it's like going to church, you know. I'm not particularly religious, so
yes,
I find my church in different spaces. So yeah, for sure.
amazing. I think
Anyway,
we work with all
yeah.
queer youth and some allies. It's really funny. It's majority queer, so someone actually had to come out as straight in one of our workshops, which was amazing. Um,
Oh, that's
you love to see it.
cute.
So cute. And so I'm
So cute.
wondering, like, these are super young people kind of trying to come up in an industry potentially as artists, whether it's a musician or a poet. Like, you mentioned meditation. What are some ways that you kind of recenter yourself, reground yourself when you realize like, oh, I'm not what they're looking for. I'm not like the cookie cutter.
Um, I mean, I think there's a whole spectrum.
Oh, you paused a little bit.
Sorry, the connection
I'm so excited
was
to hear what
bad.
you say.
I was saying, well, that I feel pain. I feel sad when those kind of things are said, or, you know, imposed upon me. But it's kind of like then a journey to get back to like being who I am, you know, like it takes me a minute, I think, sometimes. And sometimes I'm just like, you know, titanium, and I can just like deflect, but
Yeah.
sometimes it seeps into your psyche and it hurts. And so I I cry, I meditate, I go for walks, um, I write, I sit down, and I like to learn new skills and new things like that. So I just like get involved in that way and try to like redirect my energy so that it's not, yeah, so that it doesn't stay in this kind of harmful place. Oh,
Totally.
your
I think it's
camera,
really powerful to
your camera.
see. What did you say? Sorry.
I'm like looking at you. I'm looking at you and there's like this little circle around you.
Oh, there's a little circle on
And
me too.
it's frozen. Oh no.
Oh no. Well, maybe you can rejoin
Mm.
us. Maybe you can rejoin us, Steve.
Hold on.
Am I back?
Hold on. You're here, but you're just not moving. Hold on. Hold on.
Am I moving
Do
for
you have
everyone
a power
else?
cable? Here we go. I got it.
We love
Here,
them.
maybe I just need to plug my phone in.
Honestly, stars, they're just like us.
Okay. Charging phone. Maybe this needs to happen.
Yeah, I'll get some juice too.
Okay.
I had someone
Maybe that
commented
helps.
I need this, whatever it is. True. All right, can you see me? Are we connected?
I mean, I could see you, but you're not moving. Should I try calling you back?
I'm not moving. Yeah, call me back.
No,
call me
I
back.
can hear you. Oh, you're moving now. Wait, hold on. Maybe we have movement.
I'm back.
Maybe we.
Man, I'm blending in with the
to
wall,
come back.
which is embarrassing for me.
Yeah.
Am I back?
Wait. Okay, so you're moving slowly, ever so slowly.
Okay,
I think it's getting itself together. I don't want to lose everybody. Man, why? I mean, I am on the other side of the world.
So why don't you rejoin the live? I'll just X you out and you can just join back again.
Okay.
Okay, please come back, Deva. It's been such an amazing conversation so far. I have a few questions left for Deva, but as always, if you have a question, please ask it. Deva, come back.
Can you see me?
I can see you. Can you see me?
Yes.
Yay! Yes. Okay.
So shall we get to some music now that I've got all my things connected and everything's
Oh my gosh, please, we would love a song.
Okay.
We would really love a song. Maybe we can I ask you one more question and then we can just kind of finish up with a song?
Yes.
I'm wondering if you have a message for our youth that we work with and write with and make songs with that don't fit into a box and feel like they're done being small, just like you.
Well, I want to tell people who don't fit in the box and don't conform to the social norms of the world that your superpower and what makes you the most special is what makes you different. So when you look at people that you admire, I think it's important to remember that the thing that really made them stand out is that they chose to like be true to what made them different. It's never the right answer to just blend in with the wallpaper. You know what I mean? So be strong and shine bright.
Deva Mahal, thank you so much. I'm so excited to hear you sing. Nobody blend in with the wallpaper, even though I was earlier because of the lighting. It's fine.
But that wasn't by choice. That wasn't by choice.
That wasn't by choice.
Yeah.
That was the result of being pasty, but we don't talk about that. I would love to hear you sing if you have a song to share with us.
Okay, I'm gonna pass the phone to my videographer, aka Dylan, and he's gonna hold the phone while we play.
Amazing! What a treat! What a treat!
So this is Leo.
We're all here.
Just to introduce on the keyboard, this is Leo Sagini, and he's awesome. And we're gonna play a song. So we're just gonna play one song. Should we do Optimist or should we do Everybody Deserves to Be Free?
Are you taking requests? Because I would love to hear Goddamn.
We didn't practice that one. But
okay, sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh wait, hold on. I just lost myself. Sorry.
No problem. If the videographer could step a little closer so we can hear you even better, I would love.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Without getting in
Sorry.
your business.
Take two. Just kidding. All right. 2, 3, 4. It isn't right. Far too many falling. You say you send me the way to good. No other side. World is getting colder. What happened to the words for which we once stood? I will stand for you. Would you stand for me? And everybody deserves to be free. I will lend a hand to you. Would you lend a hand to me? And everybody deserves to be free. It's close to night, but I leave a candle burning to light your way home. Won't give up the fight. Story isn't over. Won't let you walk. And I will stand for you. Would you stand for me? And everybody deserves to be free. I will lend a hand to you. Would you lend a hand to me? And everybody deserves to be free. If you feel like I do, stand with me. If you hurt like I do, stand with me. If you feel like I do, stand with me. If you hurt like I do, stand with me. If you think it's a shame, if it gives you the blues, and oh, I'm telling you, I will stand for you. Would you stand for me? Yeah. Everybody deserves to be free. I will lend a hand to you. Would you lend a hand to me? And everybody deserves to be free. Oh, everybody deserves to be free. Everybody deserves to be free.
Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? That was such a treat. Deva Mahal, thank you so much for joining us at
Thank
FPP
you.
Live. Thank you for your words of wisdom.
Thank you.
if you want to grow up and be just like Deva or be your own kind of version of Deva, we are starting a songwriting workshop for LGBTQIA plus youth this Wednesday. You'll meet queer musicians just like the ones you meet here on FPP Live, and you can kind of do this. People can do this. Thank you, Deva. We
Yeah.
love you. I love you, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.